She'd never walk, she'd never talk, she'd be in a wheelchair. And that was what we had to accept.
In a passionate final statement, Irish Medical Cannabis campaigner Vera Twomey shared the story of her daughter Ava.
My daughter's life was completely and utterly overtaken and controlled by seizures. Her neurologist told us she'd never walk, she'd never talk, she'd be in a wheelchair. They told us that we'd have to look into residential care for my daughter in the future, and that was what we had to accept. We're learning more about our own child that we've known for 6 years since we started this medication. And she's smiling more, she's interacting more, she's just in school, she is engaging according to the teachers, not according necessarily to me, but according to the teachers. She's engaging with the other students, concentrating more. Everything is improving. There's people out there that are suffering needlessly that can get access to medicinal cannabis to help them treat their seizures, to treat their pain, to treat their cancer and save their lives. And the politicians need to separate the negative type of association that there is with cannabis and research carefully the medicinal properties of the plant, because it can help people and save people's lives. Gino Kenny, a representative of who is he? People Before Profit, he put forward a legislation, a bill for the Dáil that was going to be heard tomorrow night in Ireland, and I got a text while you were talking there to let me know that they're all in favour of it now.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, and I'm feeling good.
We're here tonight talking about how we can help patients, how we can help their families, how we can help alleviate suffering. And the debate about recreational cannabis is an entirely different matter, and indeed one in which I'd have a very different view to that view I hold in relation to medicinal cannabis.
There is a subtle but critically important difference between the term cannabis for medical use and medicinal cannabis. I believe medicinal cannabis means oils which contain a high percentage of CBD and a low level of TCH. Traditionally, cannabis for medical use over the centuries is smoking cannabis. However, smoking cannabis is a gateway drug which often leads to developing more destructive misuse of drugs.
I would disagree with Deputy Harty. I'm slightly disappointed on some of the comments he's made, and I think it's up to this House now to act for the benefit of a lot of people, and I think it's a very, very healthy day for democracy in Ireland that we can agree on something very, very valuable to a lot of valuable people. So thanks very much, thanks very much.
We saw almost a unanimous support for the bill, other than one particular doctor, Dr. Harty. Each politician that spoke today, including the Minister of Health Simon Harris and the Minister of Drugs Catherine Byrne, have agreed that this is something that they will push.
It's hard to believe that in a short space of time we've come this far, and it's people like Vera Twomey and Yvonne Callaghan that has brought that about. I think it's just, I know we're not finished yet, there's a long way to go yet, but we're getting there.
This means the possibility of a brighter future for our Ava. Like, really, that's what it means, I suppose. If we can get proper, genuine, legal, unrestricted or carefully regulated access to what we need for her, sure, the sky is the limit for our daughter. Yeah.
Your source of cannabis news. Cannabis News Network.